I'm here to tell you, on behalf of myself and the entire crew, we are very happy to be here today. I'll tell you why. We've had an auction just about every single day, 6 days a week since July. And this is the last one. If you're looking for me sometime around noon tomorrow, I'm gonna be fishing. Don't call me for nothing. What a great crowd. This is the best looking crowd we've had at an auction all day. They get worse. Okay, we're going to go through the rules. How many of you have never been to one of these before? You're a little bit worried you're about ready to do something really stupid with your money, right? You are. Let's go through the rules and regulations before we conduct the sale. We'd rather discuss something with you before the sale than argue with you about it afterward. In order to bid today, you have to have a valid photo ID. You have to be registered prior to bidding. You have to have one of those red bid cards or we're not taking your bid. When you're bidding today, there are rules of the sale. Every place you go has rules. They're listed in the book. It looks like that. It's the stuff that's the real small print. That's how rules usually work. Take a gander at those while you're waiting for your piece of property to come up. When you bid today, you are accepting those when you bid, so you should know what they are. We're going to go through some of them now. These properties have been through a judicial foreclosure process. We've been to court on them already. We've got a clear title to these properties with a court order from the Circuit Court for Lake County to back it up. There's been a couple of years process where we've sent all kinds of tax bills and notices and sent people out to the property to knock on the door. It's been published in the paper. We've had hearings at the treasurer's office, and we went and saw the judge too. Everybody involved was sent lots of notice by regular and first-class mail. They had until March 31st to pay. If they didn't, the court wiped away their ownership in this property. Like I said, we've gone and seen the judge. We asked the judge to give us clear title to this property and to wipe away everything you see on that screen. Deed and land contract ownership interests are gone. If the properties had mortgages against them, those are gone. Construction liens, tax liens, old utility bills, property owner and condo association fees, all kinds of interests in these lands extinguished just like putting out a fire as of March 31st. If you had an interest in them, did not pay the taxes by that time. Some things are not affected by tax foreclosure. If you buy something today and there's an easement either across it or across another property to get to it, that easement is still there. If the mineral rights have been split off and either retained by a former owner or sold off to a third party, they're still gone. If the last owner of this property had the mineral rights, you get them today. If they didn't, you don't. They're still subject to things like deed restrictions, condominium master deed requirements, zoning, local ordinances, and building codes. So anything that applied along any of these lines before the sale is still there. Please know what you're bidding on today. The time to do your homework on something is before you buy it, not afterward. Do not bid on something based on a picture on the screen. Sometimes they're months or maybe even a year old in some places. We've had people bid on stuff before where there might have been a picture of something up there that wasn't right. Make sure you know what you're bidding on. What you're buying today, if you look in your sale book, every piece of property we're going to sell today has what's called a legal description. It's either a measured description of the property or it's a subdivision name and a lot number. That's what you're buying today. You are not buying the address. You're not buying the text description. You're not buying the picture. You're not buying what your brother-in-law told you is there. You're buying the legal description of land as it's listed in that book. Everything is sold as is, where is. Sales are by quitclaim deed. We don't guarantee you can get title insurance. There are no guarantees, warranties, or representations made of any kind except that legal description right there in the book. These properties can have a lot of problems, and most of them do. That's why they're here. If you think you're getting a really screaming deal on a really great piece of property and you seem to be the only person bidding, that might be your first clue. Please make sure that you know what you're bidding on. Anything built before the middle 1970s, we're going to sell a lot of beat up old houses today. If you're buying one of those and it's got paint in it, it's probably lead-based paint. Please don't pick it and eat it. You can run into asbestos, infestation, frozen plumbing, bad foundations, leaking roofs, termites, all kinds of problems, underground storage tanks, contamination. Everything is included today at no extra charge. That piece of property right there. I've been doing these sales for 17 years. There's a few of you in the room that probably go back. I know John here goes back that far with me. We've been doing these sales a long time. That piece of property right on that screen right there, that's up just north of Bruce Crossing, up in Ontonagon County, way up in the western end of the UP. I've been selling this stuff for 17 years. That is the only piece of property I've ever seen that has every problem on that list. And because people don't pay attention, I've sold that house 3 times now. They buy it, then they go look at it, then we get it back. We were up there a couple of weeks ago doing the auction for Ontonagon County, and guess what? It's back. Nobody bought it. Nobody bought it. I can hook you up though. It's still available. Make sure you know what you're bidding on. There are no refunds. When you buy it today, you pay for it today, it's yours. This ain't Walmart. You can't bring it back. We have got 10 pieces of property out of everything in that book that are real popular today. 10 pieces in that book that probably have a dozen or more bidders. I know I've got one piece in here that I think I have 20 bids for already online. We're going to take those 10 pieces of property and move them to the front. If there's something way in the back end of the book, there's no sense in making people wait all through the sale to bid on something. So we're moving 10 pieces to the front of the sale, and I'll tell you what those are before we get going. Once we've sold those are the most popular pieces. That's going to clear out a lot of these chairs. Anybody that's standing, you'll get into a chair before too long. So we're going to sell those 10 pieces, then we're going to come back to the beginning of the book, and we're going to sell them in order that they're listed. We're going to skip the pieces that nobody has indicated an interest in. Before we skip something, we'll ask if anybody is here to bid on it. If they're not, we're going to go right on by it. We're not going to try to sell you what you don't want to buy. So that's how we do it today. The bid increments. You're going to see in your book a column that says minimum bid. That minimum bid has nothing to do with what that piece of property is worth. That is what that piece of property owes the county. We're trying to get the county made whole on the back taxes on all these properties, but each one is segregated in the book by what that piece of property owes the county. That's back taxes. That's the cost of the foreclosure. Certified mail, sending somebody out there to knock on the door. Sometimes we mow grass or board up windows or take care of a piece of property or defend it in court or something like that. Whatever that piece of property owes the county is what that minimum bid is. We also have bids online that are taken before the sale. If we have a bid online or multiple bids online that already exceed that minimum bid in the book, that's where we start. Once the bidding opens, we increase by the number you see on the screen. Where's Andrew? My clerk is missing in action. Let me take care of this so you can see this. The bid increments that you see on your screen right there, that's how we increase our bidding on a piece of property once the bidding is open. That's a minimum increase. That's a round number. Until we hit $1,000, we go up not less than $50 at a crack, and we go up in round numbers. $350, $400, $450, $500. Between $1,000 and $10,000, at least $100 at a time. Over $10,000, we go up at least $250 per bid increment. We have people bidding online today. They can only increase their bid by one increment at a time. That's a little bit of a limitation in the system, but that's how the online bidding works. In order for them to go up a little bit, they have to sit there and keep clicking their button. You guys can do something called jumping the bid, and you can do it voluntarily, or I might ask you if you want to do it. It's pretty simple. We got a piece of property that's open in the room at $2,000, and he gives me $2,100, and she gives me $2,200, and he's back at $2,300, and she's back at $2,400, and you're in the back of the room and you really want to buy it bad. You just stand up and shout out $80,000. You will have my immediate, undivided attention. That's called jumping the bid. If we have something that I know I have a lot of people hot on, if I've got a piece of property and I look down here in my book and it says the opening bid's $2,000, and I already know that I have an online bid for $30,000 that you're going to have to beat, and I got cards all over the room, I'll ask if anybody wants to jump the bid. We've had properties this year going up $5,000 per increment instead of $100. because they were hot and everybody was after them. If that's what's going on, that's what that's all about. It's called jumping the bid. We can always do it the slow, painful way and go up $50 at a time, but I'm here to tell you, most of our sales this year have been over by 2 or 3 o'clock, but we've had them in the past that have gone on till 11:30 at night. And I don't think you want to do that, and I know I don't want to because I'm ready to go fishing. So I'm going to ask you if you want to jump the bid on stuff that I know I've got a lot of traffic on. This is important right here. We don't want you breaking the law today, and somebody in here might do it innocently and somebody might do it on purpose. Michigan law says this: you can't buy anything today if you owe other delinquent taxes in Lake County. We can't take your bid. If you bid anyway, we're going to dig through that pile and look at all the names of all the bidders and all the people paying and all the people listed on the deeds, and if you have any delinquent taxes, your sale gets canceled. It's that simple. And there's a criminal penalty. We'll talk about that in a minute. You also can't bid today if you have unpaid civil fines. If the township has sent you a ordinance violation letter, maybe you had a bunch of junk cars and you wouldn't take care of them, so they hauled them off for you and sent you a bill and you didn't pay it, you can't bid today either. If you're a bad hombre, your money doesn't work here today. That includes having somebody bid for you. If you're in here today and the treasurer staff recognizes you and knows that you have 42 rental properties with unpaid taxes and your brother-in-law is sitting next to you with a bidder card, and every time you elbow him in the ribs his card goes up, we're going to ask you both to leave. So just be paying attention to that. You can't have somebody bid for you and you can't send them up with a check on your account if you're a delinquent taxpayer. You can call it a loan, you can call it anything you want, but you're indirectly involved in that purchase and we're not going to allow it. You cannot have somebody listed on the deed with you that has any delinquent taxes either. This includes trying to hide something in a DBA company or corporate or other kind of a name like that. We've seen all the little tricks pulled. We're pretty good at figuring them out. If you co-own property with somebody else and the taxes on that property are delinquent, even if it's not your responsibility to pay them, you can't bid today. And very importantly, if you are selling property to somebody else in Lake County on a land contract, you're the deed holder, they make a payment to you on a land contract and their taxes are delinquent, the law says you can't buy here today. You should think those through. There's a criminal penalty. We'll talk about what that is in a minute. We have several kinds of bidders today. We have you guys here in the room bidding. We have people that have bid online. I've got a list of what those bids are right in front of me. I know how many I've got for what properties and how high they'll go. There's a camera on top of that little tripod on that projector right there. This auction is being broadcast all over the planet on the internet. They can see and hear this auction as it happens. They can bid against you too. They've given us a credit card deposit. We've verified their identity. There are no fake IDs. We know exactly who they are. We know they're not delinquent. We can take bids from them as well. I'll remind the people bidding online, don't use the audio and video feed as your reference for what's happening in the room. There can be a delay. Please make sure that you're using the text on your screen if you want to know what's happening in the room right now. Lots of little fine print in those rules and regulations. I mentioned that at the beginning of the sale. You might want to take a look at that. You're bound by those when you bid today. Take a little peek through them. If you buy today, you have to pay today, and you have to pay in full today. There's no down payment, there's no closing date, there's no interest rate. You're paying cash on the barrelhead today before you leave on anything that you buy. If you can't pay today and pay in full today, you should not be bidding. If you're bidding online, you're going to get an email within 24 hours telling you how to pay. If you don't see it, check your spam filter. If it's still not there, please call the office. They're mighty helpful there. The first $1,000 you give us today should be in the form of a cashier's check from a bank. It's a non-refundable deposit. Over and above that first $1,000, we'll take your business or personal check, money orders, more cashier's checks, or your credit cards. If any of those methods of payment right there are dishonored, your $1,000 goes into the Lake County Treasurer's Christmas Party Fund. You don't get it back, you don't get the property, you don't get anything. So, over and above the first $1,000 cashier's check, we will take most methods of payment. We do accept Visa, MasterCard, and Discover Card. We cannot take the American Express. They don't allow real estate to be bought on that card. They know who we are. If they see your name and our name, they're going to cancel that transaction. So we cannot use the American Express card, and we don't take cash anymore. We used to, but we had some people printing their own. So we're not going to play that. The color printers have gotten mighty good in the last few years. That's all I got to say. What are you going to pay if you win today? Here's how the math works. We're going to arrive at the final bid price in the room. There are three things that are going to be added to that when you check out. There's a 10% buyer premium. That's the cost of having the auction. $30 is the cost of recording a deed in Michigan. Before you get the deed to the property, it's going to go to the Register of Deeds office. They're going to make a copy of it, and then they're going to send it back to you. They charge $30 for that, regardless of the number of pages now. You're also, courtesy of your Michigan legislature, going to be paying the summer tax bill today. It's a requirement of the law now that before you get the deed, you have to pay the summer tax. So we're going to collect it today and pay it for you. Save you a trip, save you a stamp. It's going to be added on to your checkout amount. Every piece of property in that book has a summer tax due listed right at the end of the description. That's going to be added to what you pay today. So it's the final bid price, add 10%, add $30, add the summer taxes. If you're using a credit card, they charge us 2.75% as a fee on whatever portion of the payment you put on the card. We're going to pass that on to you. If you need to leave the building to go get some money lined up or do something or make a phone call, please talk to the clerks there on that side before you leave. Give them your bidder number, give them a cell phone number, some way to contact you, tell them what you're doing, how long you're going to be gone. They'll be able to give you the exact amount that you need to come back with. When you buy something today, many of you have already given us online information about the names and addresses you would like listed on the deed to the property. If you haven't done that, there's a form in the book. Fill it out, please, before you get in line. If you're going to put somebody's name on this is not here in the room, it might be a good idea for you to call them and make sure they don't have any delinquent taxes in Lake County. If you put somebody's name on here that has delinquent taxes, you might both end up in a whole bunch of trouble. So it's a good idea not to do that. Please fill it out before you get in line. Things run smoother if we don't have people filling out forms at the tables. If you're buying something with somebody and they're not here and you're not married to them, we also need to know what happens if somebody dies. You buy something today and your deer camp buddy is so excited about it that he has a heart attack and tips over. We need to know what happens to his ownership share in that property. The legal term is tenancy. Those options are listed on the pages right near the deed information slip. So if you're buying something today with somebody else and you're not married to them, you need to pick one of those options so we know what happens to the ownership of that land if somebody passes away. When you buy today, you're not leaving here with a copy of the deed. It's not like buying a car where somebody signs it over and gives it to you when you give them your check. It doesn't work like that. The deeds will be brand new. They haven't even been created yet. They're going to be created after everybody's check's clear. What you're going to leave here with today is a receipt. Your receipt is a copy of your contract of purchasing the property. Here's what's in it when you sign it. First of all, they're going to give it to you and ask you to look at it very carefully. Please check the spelling of your name. Check the address. If they're wrong on the receipt, they're going to be wrong on your deed. And then if you have to call the office in 2 weeks because you finally got around to looking at it and realize they spelled your name wrong, you're going to go to the end of the line and get your deed. Please check it very thoroughly before you sign it. Make sure that it's correct. In every sale book, there's a 4-digit lot number that's assigned to each piece of property. Make sure that's right on your receipt. If that 4-digit number's wrong, you're going to be getting a deed to a piece of property you might not want. And today, that could be a real crapshoot. Make sure that that 4-digit number's right. Make sure the math is correct. Triple check everything on there. If you brought somebody else with you, have them take a look at it too before you sign it. You're going to be agreeing to the terms of the sale, the rules and regulations, the things we're talking about now. You're agreeing that you've had the opportunity to go out and walk around the property and that you're buying it as is, regardless of what's there or not there, whether we know about it, whether you know about it, you're buying everything the way that it sits right now, even if it's on fire. That's happened. Here's another one. You are not the owner of this property when you buy it today. Under state law, you're the owner when that deed comes out of your mailbox and it's in your hand. That's going to be about 5 weeks. We have to wait for all the checks to clear. We have to create the deeds, take them to the Register of Deeds. They're going to make a copy of it for their file. They're going to type it into their computer. They're going to send it back to you, and the post office is going to bring it to your house. The day that shows up, you're the owner of that property. Until then, you are not. We should tell you that legally you cannot enter onto this property until you have that deed. That's going to be about 5 weeks. We know. We've been doing this an awful long time. We could tell you that 10 times today. We could make you sign that on that contract when you leave. We could make you take a blood oath with us. And if you buy something, you're going to be in there by 5 o'clock tonight anyway. Aren't you? You paid for it today, and ain't nobody stopping you from going there. We know how this works. So, here's part of the deal. We're going to give you possession of that property today. Keep in mind, you're not the owner yet. You're getting possession today for 3 specific purposes that you're agreeing to in writing. Maintenance, security, inspection, not remodeling, not moving in, not tearing it down, not doing it. You can go mow the grass. You can mow all the grass in the whole city block if you want to. We don't care. If it's wide open, you can let yourself. You can go inside. You can board it up. You can change the locks. If there's nobody else there, if it's a vacant building, you can let yourself in today because you're going in anyway. But you're agreeing that the county is not liable. It's in your agreement today when you check out. Injury, loss, or damage. If you leave your tools there and they disappear, if you fall through the floor, if that house caves in on you, it's on you. You're going to be releasing the county from any kind of liability for injury, loss, or damage when you check out today in exchange for getting permission to go in early for maintenance, security, and inspection only. That's all you're allowed to do in there. You're not the owner of the property until you have the deed. The treasurer has the unilateral right. I don't think we've ever had to cancel a sale here in 17 years, but if we do, what you're going to get back is what you paid today. They do have the right under state law to cancel the sale until the mailman hands you that deed. If that sale gets canceled, what you get back is what you paid today and not a penny more. So we know that you're going in today anyway, and we know that some of you are going to go out there this weekend and put a brand new roof on something. If your sale gets canceled for some oddball reason, you just bought somebody else a new roof, so that's all at your own risk. The final part of your checkout process today, and I made mention of this a minute ago. If you have delinquent taxes in Lake County, you should not be bidding today. First of all, your sale is going to get canceled. Second of all, you might end up in a whole bunch of trouble. There is a provision in the law that says that all of our clerks over there have to be notary publics. They are witnesses of the state. When you check out, they're going to ask you to make a statement that you have nothing to do with any property in this county that has delinquent taxes. If you tell them you don't, and you do, you've just created a little criminal infraction known as perjury. It's just like lying to the judge. You're going to be taking an oath over there when you check out, and you're going to be making a sworn statement. I have no delinquent taxes in Lake. I have nothing to do with any property that's delinquent. If you misrepresent your delinquent tax status and you commit perjury, perjury in Michigan is not a misdemeanor, it's a felony, and you don't want to do it. Your sale is going to be canceled, your file is going to get sent to the prosecuting attorney's office. So if you've got delinquent taxes, my advice to you is keep your hands in your pockets today, don't be bidding on anything. It's really not a good idea. Yes, sir?
What's the definition? Let's say this past summer.
Here's how you tell if you have delinquent taxes. If you have tax bills on your desk at home from a city or a village or a township, and that's all you got, and you plan on paying them pretty soon, you're okay. If you've got any tax bills on your desk at home from the county treasurer's office, those are delinquent. If you've got any mail sitting on your desk at home that's come in lately from this outfit called Title Check, you have delinquent taxes. You shouldn't be bidding today. It's against the law for you to do so. Here is a form that's in it's the last page of everybody's sale book out there. If you buy something today, you have to send this in to the city, village, or township assessor. It's your notice to them that you have bought this property, it's been transferred to a new owner, that's you. You're going to put your name and address on there so they know where to send the tax bills from now on. You're going to give them the parcel ID number of the property. It's right there listed in the sale book. The parcel ID number. You're going to tell them you bought it from the Lake County Treasurer. You're going to give them the date, which is today that you bought it. You're going to tell them how much you paid. And then you're going to sign it at the bottom, and you're going to send it on in within 45 days. If you don't, they can assess you a little fee of $200. There's a whole bunch of check boxes on the bottom half of that form. None of them apply. Don't check them. They don't relate to the sale of this property today. One of them mentions a tax sale, but it says redeeming from a tax sale, and that's not what you're doing today. You're buying, not redeeming. Don't check any of those, but fill out the top half, sign the bottom half, send it to the city, village, or township assessor. It's a notice to them that the property's been sold. They should reassess it. In a perfect world, they're going to assess it at exactly what you paid for it. But we all know that doesn't usually work that way. But you still have to send it on in. Title insurance. If you think you're interested in title insurance, you're not required to have it to buy or sell real estate in Michigan. Some people like it just to keep their mind clear on things. Our clerks have some brochures from some of these companies that have title insurance available for tax reverted property. Some title insurance agents will write policies on this, some will not. You'll find often you can go to 2 or 3 different agents and they'll give you 2 or 3 completely different sets of requirements for what you have to do to get that title insurance on a piece of tax reverted property. If you think you're interested in it, ask the clerks, they'll give you a brochure. This is an important date if you've never bought any of this kind of property before. Let's say you buy something and you're out there working on it. Somebody shows up and says, I bought that on a land contract in February. What are you doing on my property? I put that roof on that house for that guy a couple of years ago and he never paid me. You owe me $10,000. What's your response? If anything that they're claiming was before that date on your screen, they can get off your lawn. The judge cleared the title to these properties from all kinds of ownership and security interest liens as of the end of March. April the 1st is the effective day that the treasurer became the owner of the property. It's the effective date of your purchase today. Anything before April 1st has been voided by an order of the court. Anything after April 1st belongs to you. There are very few things on these properties that that's going to apply to. If you buy something and your effective date is April the 1st, you're liable for the taxes. Guess what? You're paying them today. Most of these properties do not have any kind of municipal utility hookups. You're not going to worry about anything there. If you're buying something in Baldwin or someplace that has central water or sewer, you're going to be assuming the obligation for those bills as of April the 1st. Sometimes they charge you a little bit, even if it's shut off, just as a connection fee. If there's a property owner association membership, you're going to assume liability for that as well as of April the 1st. Anything from before that date is history. If you're buying something that has municipal water or sewer and they want you to pay somebody else's old bill, it's not your problem. Municipal utilities, water and sewer charges from a former owner are not your responsibility if they're from before that date and the Attorney General says so. If you call down to get the water turned on and they give you a runaround, want you to pay somebody else's old bill, that Attorney General opinion number up there on top of the screen is something you're going to want to have. If you're buying something that has city water or sewer today, write down 7258. You might want that. You can Google it. It's a Michigan Attorney General opinion number that basically says a city water or sewer department cannot make you pay somebody else's old bill. They cannot refuse to turn the water on for you. Their fees are gone as of April the 1st, just like everything else. Possession, we talked about it already. If there's nobody else already there, let yourself on in. Don't start making repairs unless and until you have that deed in your hands. Do we have anything that's occupied today? We do have a couple of occupied properties. If you buy something that's got somebody in it, it could be a renter. It could be a friend or relative of a former owner. It could be the former owner themselves. In most situations, they're aware this is going on. You guys have been peeking in the windows. They'd have to be dumb not to know. Once in a while, you might bump into something that's got somebody in it, and they're not happy. They're a little unstable, maybe a little bit disturbed or very upset at what's going on. Here's my advice to you. If you buy something and there's signs of life around it, there's power on, there's lights on, there's cars coming and going, there's fresh mail in the mailbox, be careful walking up to that door until you know who's there. If you already know the situation, then I probably don't need to coach you on that at all. If you're not sure who's there or what their frame of mind is, please be careful. Here's the simplest way to do it from my experience. Go talk to the neighbors. Somebody in that neighborhood's going to know who lives there, probably what their name is, their phone number, where they work, how to get in touch with them, maybe even an intermediary, a friend or a relative you can contact to make that first contact and discuss the situation with them. If there's somebody in a piece of property, it's not really a good idea just to go walking up to the door and bang on it and start shouting at it. They might be very unhappy. There's no telling how they're going to react. Every neighborhood has somebody in it who makes it their job to know everybody else's business. Find that person, ask them who's there, find out if they're stable, if they're approachable, or if they're not. If you don't think there's somebody like that in your neighborhood, I'll bet it's you. What you're buying today. I think this one is over in Yates Township. Isn't it? One of the little lakes over there. What you're buying today, please keep this in mind. You're buying a piece of land today. That's what we're selling you. That's what we own. You're also, by extension, buying whatever is attached to that property if it was owned by the person that owned the land. You are buying buildings, driveways, septic tanks, things of that nature. You're buying swimming pools, houses, radio and TV towers. You are not buying anything on that property that is not attached to it or anything that is not owned by the person that owned the land. That house, if you bought that, and if it's got a water softener in it that's owned by the Culligan man, they still own it. We don't own it. We can't sell it to you because we don't own it. We can't even give it to you. So if there's anything in or on these properties that is not attached, was not owned by the last owner, it's not ours to sell or even give to you. That one right there is a really great example. You'd think they have a lot of room in that house for company, wouldn't you? Look at the size of that. That's got to have 19 bathrooms. His mother-in-law called him, said, "Sonny, I'd like to come by and stay for a little bit, maybe 10 or 12 years. He said, "Ma, I'm sorry to tell you this, but we're all out of room. This house is full. We don't have a spare bed anywhere." And she said, "Well, that's okay because I'll just bring my own and add it onto the back." And that's what she did. That's a 1973 Ford Econoline van. It's skirted. She even covered the front window so that she can sleep in on Saturday morning after staying out late Friday night at bingo. If she wanted to take off out of there, she owns that. He don't own it. It's hers. She can hop in that driver's seat. Yeah, she can hop in that driver's seat and hit the gas and be out of there in 5.2 seconds. We can't sell that to you today because we don't own it. If you look at it real close, it's got a license plate on it. That kind of stuff is called personal property. It's got nothing to do with the ownership of the real estate. We don't own it. We can't sell to you. We can't even give it to you today. We are not selling you appliances, furniture, hot tubs, inventory, clothing, equipment, tools, snowmobiles, boats. If it's there, it ain't ours, and it's not yours. You should find that neighbor that knows who was there and say, where did those people go? Make some kind of contact with them. There's no rule. There's no law. Make some contact. Say, do you want these two brand new Harley Davidsons I found in the garage, or are they mine? Make that contact so you don't get yourself in trouble throwing it away or giving it away before somebody has a right to come and get it. We also do not and cannot warrant the title to mobile, modular, or manufactured housing units. We have these disappear after the sale all the time. If somebody owned the land and we foreclosed on the land and somebody else owned that modular home, or Green Tree Financing maybe had a security agreement against it, but they had nothing to do with the real estate and they didn't get a notice, we can't just take it and sell it to you. They're not a judge in the world that won't let them come and get it, even if it's on a concrete block foundation. So if you're buying something today and if it's ever had wheels under it, if it's ever had a separate title, if it's owned by somebody that didn't own the land, we do not warrant that it's going to stay. It's probably going to be abandoned. Most of the mobile homes we're selling wouldn't come off the lot in one piece anyway. But if there's something like that there, keep in your mind that we are not guaranteeing that it's going to stay. If somebody shows up and lays claim to it, before they haul it away, make them show you an order from the court that says they have that right. You don't have to just take somebody's word for it. But keep in mind, please, on anything that we're selling today, mobile, modular, or manufactured housing, We don't guarantee the title to those. We're just about ready to start selling. When we sell, it is like riding a teeter-totter. Most of these properties, other than these first 10, most of these properties are probably going to have 2 or 3 people interested in them. And we're going to have 2 of them going back and forth at a time. We're not going to be jumping all over the room. It's too confusing. We're going to put a couple of people on the teeter-totter and go back and forth till somebody slows down or wants off. Then I'll look until I find somebody else. Once I'm down to 1 person in the room, we're going to come back and see if the people online want to keep on going. So that's how that works. A couple of tips for you here. When you're done bidding today, you're getting ready to leave. That red card you've got, don't leave it on your chair. Somebody could pick it up and keep on going the whole afternoon, and you might buy half Idlewild. We don't want to make that call to you asking you to pay for something you didn't buy. When you're done with that red card, turn it right back in where you got it. Treat it like a credit card. If you've got a cell phone with you today, please put it on silent or vibrate. I don't hear any babies today. Sometimes we have babies at a sale, and that can be really kind of loud. If you need to make some noise, if you need to have a conversation, if your husband has the bid card and he exceeds the authority given him, and you need to have a conversation with him that involves yanking on his ear or pulling on his arm, please take it outside. We need to be able to hear and communicate. If you make a mistake, sometimes people get all wound up and they start bidding like crazy and they win something and then they discover it was the wrong piece of property. If you make that mistake, if you don't understand the amount that you just won a piece of property for or what the amount you're bidding right now, stop and ask. Let us know if you made a boo-boo. We can still sell a piece of property while that other bidder is still inside this room. Once they've left, we expect you to pay for something that you won or bid on. Please be considerate of everybody else here. There is no reason for anybody to shout or carry on or have a fit. We can be adults in here. And when we say it's sold, it is. People come to these sales all the time and they think somehow they're saving money by waiting until I said sold to get that sign in the air. Doesn't work like that. The price at an auction only goes one way, and that's up. It doesn't go down because you wait. It's going to sell for what it's going to sell for. Get in early. Get your bidding done. Use the card. Get it up in the air. Make it obvious what you're doing. If you're winking at me or tugging on your ear or tipping your head like that, as far as I don't know, you got some kind of a weird tick. I don't know. Use the card. Make it obvious. I'm not an auctioneer. There are no cattle coming through this room today. I don't use the yabba dabba doo. I'm going to be pointing at the high bidder. I'm going to be saying what the bid price is, and then I'm going to say going once, going twice, sold. If you're trying to bid on something and you haven't bid when I said going twice, first of all, you've waited way too long to start. Get in way before that happens. If you do decide at the last second to bid on something, if you need to shout and get my attention with that red card, because once I say sold, it is. We're not going to reopen the bidding because you think I missed you. It's your job to get in on the bid before it sells. If you're worried about missing a bid on a piece of property, when it's time for that one to sell, come right down front and find a chair or just stand right here close somewhere. If you're worried about something, if it's important to you, make sure that bid gets in. Any other questions before we get going? All right, we got a bumper crop of people in here today, and we are going to start going through this list. I'm going to give you 10 numbers. Some of you are just here for one piece. If you are, find that piece in your book. And if it's one of these first 10 numbers, you're going to get out of here pretty quick. The bad news is you probably have a lot of competition and you're not going to steal it today. Here are the numbers. I will read them twice. 3401, 3402, 3419, 3420, 3462, 3465, 3494, 3513, 3528, and 3557. Those are the hot properties today. Those are the ones we're going to sell first. I might scan through the book after we're done with those and see if there's anything else that seems to be hot and heavy. But we're going to sell those 10 first and then go back to the beginning of the book and go through it a second time. I'll read those numbers one more time before we get going. You can write them down if you need to, but if you're just here for one piece, find it in your book and listen for your number. 3901, 3401, 3402, 3419, 3420, 3462, 3465, 3494, 3513, 3528, 3557. Those 10 are going to get sold first. The rest of you are going to have to wait and have to put up with my jokes. And if you've been to the sale before, you'll be encouraged to know that I don't have any new ones. We're going to start out with that first one in the book. As soon as we sell something, I put the winning bidder information in the computer that's right here in front of me. You can check out right away. You don't have to wait. The first one in that book is number 3401. It's on 10 Mile Road out Irons Way, over toward Manistee. I've got 3 bids on this one already online, and I've got 8 bidders here in the room that wanted this one circled, so I know it's going to be popular. My minimum bid in the book says $1,900. I'm already at $2,200 with an online bidder. We have a little game we play. We're going to use it probably on these first 10 properties, maybe on a few more after that. It makes the sale go much quicker. It's called the card game. And here's how it works. 8 people wanted that one circled. If you would give me, oops, look at that. It's already creeping up. If you would give me $3,500 for that piece of property, put your card in the air right now and keep it up there until I say it. And only 2 of you? There were 8 people that wanted this circled. Maybe we won't now, but there's a 3rd one. Here's how it works. If you'll give me $3,500, keep your card in the air. I'm going to start reciting numbers. When I say a number you will not pay, you just take your card down. $4,000, $4,500, $5,000, $5,500, $6,000, $6,500, $7,000. I'm going to start with that gentleman right there at $7,000. That way we're not doing it $100 at a time, and we won't be here till 11:30. I've got you on at $7,000. Anybody in the room want to give me 71? That's our next bid increment. Anybody in the room at $7,100? 7,000 going once. 7,100 online. Now 72, 7,300. 72 in the room. Going once. Going twice. You bought it. Number 318, $7,200. My backup bidder is online. The backup bidder, here's how that works. We just sold him that piece of property for $7,200. He's going out to get his checkbook, and he gets run over by a bus full of nuns that are coming to the sale and got here late. Because he can't pay, we're going to call the backup bidder who's online and offer it to them for $7,100. 1 bid increment below the final sale price. It is not negotiable. Now we're going to 3402. Next one in the book on Merrillville Road, also up the Irons Way. I've already got a $1,700 bid online. My book says I have 9 bidders in the room for that piece today. If you'll give me $2,000 for that, put your card in the air and keep it there. I see a couple of few. 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500. I'm going to start with you at $3,500. Who wants to give me 36? Anybody in the room at $3,600 for that one right there? 3,500 going once. 36 online. 37, now 3,800. 37 in the room. 38 online. 3,900. I'm at $3,800 with an online bidder. Anybody in the room at 3,900? 38 going once. 38 going twice. Sold it online, $3,800. My backup bidder, what's your number? 778. If we call the backup bidder, you're not obligated by any means. It's just an opportunity. It's not negotiable. Now we're going to 3419. Oh yeah, they like this one. A little bit over 10 acres is what we're selling here. We don't have a lot of today. Sometimes we get a whole bunch of 5s and 10s and maybe even some 40s. Today we don't have very many of those at all. 3419. I've got 15 bids online for this piece already. I've got 8 people here in the room that said that they wanted to buy it from us. Minimum bid in that book is $1,900. When I turn around, it says the online bidders are already at $6,300. If you'll give me $6,500 for that, show me your card. How many we got? 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 7,000. I've got you at $6,900. Anybody in the room want to give me 7,000? 7,000 online? 71. Now 72. I've got $7,100 right there. 72 with a live bidder watching on that camera. 73. Now 74. $7,300 in the room. Going once. Twice. $7,300, number 865. The backup bidder is online. Next, we're selling the one right after it, number 3420, 5-acre piece on US 10. 3420, I've got 8 bids online, 7 people here in the room after this one today. Minimum bid is $1,500. The online bidders have already raised the price to $5,500 and they're still going after it. Who wants to give me $6,000 for that piece here in the room? I've got $6,000 back there. You want to give me $6,500? How about $7,000? 66. I've got $6,500 with you. 67 or 66? 67. 6,800, 69, and now 7,000, 7,100, 71. I've got $7,000 bid online. Anybody in the room at 7,100? $7,000 online going once. 71 in the room. 72 online. 73. I've got 72, now 73 online. I've got 2 online live bidders, both watching that camera, both bidding. We're going to stop and let them arm wrestle. They can only go up $100 at a time. It's at $8,100 right now. If this ends up selling for a couple $100,000, we might need to call out for pizza. It's at $9,000 and still going. Well, you heard that they discovered oil out there, right? It's at $12,000 and just going crazy. Five acres. It's at $16,000. $17,000. I'm at $17,250. You can all throw your money in together and buy it. That's just like $2 a person. I need $17,500. Anybody in the room at $17,500? I've got 17.25 going once, twice. $17,250 online. The backup bidder is also online. Now we're going to go to 3462. $34.62, Shady Grove. I've got 8 bidders in the room that said they wanted to buy this one today. I don't have any online bids for it, so we get to play the card game right from scratch. If you'll give me $1,300 for that piece of property, put your card in the air and just keep it there. $1,300, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, I'm going to start with you at $3,000, way back there. Who wants to give me 3,100? Anybody in the room at 31? 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 4,000, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. I've got you at 46. $4,600 in the back corner. Anybody here at 47? 46 going once, twice. 4,600, 652. Was 652? 652. My backup bidder, closer to the front, what's your number? I'm good but not that good. You're going to have to turn that around. 739. Now we're going to 3465. Pine Court. Occupied. Waterfront. I've got 13 bids online. I've got 10 bidders in the room here for this one today. 3465, my minimum bid in that book says $3,500. What do the online bidders say? They're already basically at about 18,000. If you'll give me $20,000 for 3465, put your card in the air and keep it up there. 20,000, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm going to start with the lady back there at 25,000. Who wants to give me 25 and a half? Anybody in the room? 25 and a quarter? Anybody in the room? I've got 25,000 back there. What about online? 25 and a quarter, 25 and a half, 25,750, and now 26 and a quarter, 26 and a half, 26,750, 27,000. They're having a family conference. 27. She's all done. I'm at 26,750 online. Anybody in the room at 27? I got 27 there. Now 27 and a quarter, 27 and a half, 27,750, 28 and a quarter, 28,750, excuse me, 28 and a half, 28,750, 29 and a quarter, 29 and a half, 29,750, 30,000, 30 and a quarter, 30 and a half, 30,750, 31,000, 31 and a quarter, 31 and a half, 31,750, 32,000, 32 and a quarter, 32 and a half, 32,750, now 33, 33 and a quarter, 33 and a half, 33,750, 34,000, 34 and a quarter, 34 and a half, 34,750, 35,000, 35 and a quarter, 35 and a half, 35,750, 36,000, 36 and a quarter, 36 and a half. John, it's only money. I've got 36 and a quarter online. Anybody in the room at 36.5. Now we've got another online bidder. Both of these are live bidders watching us on that camera right there. I think. 36,750 online. Anybody in the room at 37,000. 36,750 going once. Twice. Sold it online, 36,750. Winning bidder, backup bidder, both online. What's your numbers? The backup bidder. 321 is my second backup. $34.94. $34.94, Oakland Drive. Mobile home in bad condition, debris all over, filled with Garbage. Garage filled with garbage. 10 bidders. I see we have some optimists in the audience here today. But that piece of property and a well and septic are certainly worth that opening bid price of $2,200, which I've already got online. If you'll give me $2,200 for that piece of property, put your card and keep it there. $2,200, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500, $4,000, $4,500, $5,000. I'm going to start with the lady over here at $5,000. You going to give me $55? How about $6,000? $6,500? $7,000, $71, $72, $73, $74, $75, $76, $77, $78, $79, $8,000, $81, $82. I'm at 82 with you. Anybody in the room at 8,300? 82 going once, twice. 8,200, 214. My backup bidder in the back of the room. What's your number back there? 898. Now we're going to 3513. $3513 is not waterfront, but it's close enough you can hear the waves. Vacant parcel near Idlewild Lake. I've got 13 bids online and 8 people in the room that want to buy this one for $800. I'm sorry, that's not happening today. My 13 online bidders have already raised that price to $10,500. Yeah, I know. I'm here to sell them to you, not give them to you. Who wants to give me, it's already going up. Who wants to give me 11.5? Anybody in the room? I got 11.5 right there. 11,750. It's 12 and a quarter. 12 and a half. 12,750 and now 13. 13 and a quarter. 13 and a half. 13,750 and now 14,000. 14 and a quarter. 14 and a half. 14,750 and now 15,000. 15 and a quarter. 15 and a half. 15,750 and now 16,000. 15,750 in the room, 16 online, 16 and a quarter, now 16 and a half. 16 and a quarter, going once, going twice, 16 and a half, 16,750 and now 17,000. 16,750, 17 and a quarter, 17 and a half. 17 and a quarter going once, twice. You bought it 17,250. What's the bidder number? 17,250, 330. Backup bidder is online. Break even yet? 3528 is our next one. $35.28 on Logan Boulevard. It needs help, maybe with a bulldozer. It's got some roof issues, the parts that are still up. I'm at $2,700 with an online bidder. I've got 6 people in the room that want to bid on this one today. Who wants to give me $3,000 for it? Anybody in the room? I've got $3,000 right there. You want to give me $3,500? How about $4,000? How about $4,500? What about $5,000? 51, 52, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 6,000. 61, 62. I've got you on at 61. Both cards went down at the same time. 62, he's back in. 62, anybody want to give me 6,300? 62 way back in the corner going once. Twice. 63 online. 6,500. 64 in the back of the room. Going once. Twice. Ooh, 65 online. You want to give me 66? 6,600? That house could be full of gold. Something. It's got gold on the front. 66. Now I need 67. That works every time. 66 in the back of the room. Going once. Twice. It's your problem now. 6,600, 447. 447. My backup bidder is online. $35.57. $35.57 is the last in our lightning round. Then we're going to go back to the beginning of the book. I might take a quick look through it and see if we have a big pile of anything else. $35.57. Delta Place. I think this one has the most bidders in the room of any of them, which is why we moved these up front from the end of the book. $35.57. I've got 9 bids online and 15 bidders here in the room. This will clear out some chairs. My minimum bid is $2,200. When I turn around, the online bidders have already got me at 61. If you'll give me $7,000 for that piece of property, put your card in the air and keep it there. 7,000, 8,000, 9, 10, 11,000, 12, 13, 14, 15. They both went down at 15. He's back in at 15,000, and that's where we're going to start. Who wants to give me 15,250? Anybody in the room at 15,250? 15,250, 15 and a half. How about 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 18,750, 19 and a quarter, 19 and a half, 19,750 back there. Anybody in the room at 20,000? I've got 19,750 way in the back. His arm's getting tired. Going once, going twice. 20,000 online. 20 and a quarter. You might have your arm up a little bit. 20 and a half. 20,750. Now 21 and a quarter. 21 and a half. 21,750 and now 22. 22 and a quarter. 22 and a half. 22,750 now 23 and a quarter. 23 and a half. 23,750 and now 24. 24 and a quarter. 24 and a half. 24,750 and 25,000. 25 and a quarter. 25 and a half. 25,750 and now 26. 26 and a quarter. 26 and a half. 26,750 and now 27,000. 27 and a quarter. I've got 27,000 online. Anybody at 27,250? 27,000 online going once, twice. $27,000 online. My backup bidder in the back of the room. We'll call you when his wife finds out what he just did. 113. I think I spotted 1 or 2 more that I might add in here. Let me take a look. I'm going to move a little more to the front here. That are toward the end of the book. Okay, we're going to sell 3 more, and then we're going to go back to the beginning of the book. The first one is $34.98. We're going to sell $34.98, $3,500, and $35.41, and then go back to the beginning of the book. These all have a number of people looking at them. $35.98. Oh, excuse me, $34.98. There is no $35.98. But I'll sell it to you if you want it. $34.98. I've got a couple of bidders online for this and some people in the room. Vacant parcel, it's 5 acres, Nelson Road. 5 acres, I've got $3,300 online. Who wants to give me $3,500? Put your card up if you give me $3,500 for that 5 acres. I've got $3,500 right there. Anybody in the room want to give me 36? 36, 37, 38, 39, and now 4,000. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 5,000. You got to give me 5,200? What about 54? 5,600, 58, 6,000, 62, 64, 68, 7,000, 72, 74, 76, 7,800, 8,000, 82, 84, 83. I gotta try. It's my job. I got 8,200 right there. Anybody want to give me $8,300 for 5 acres? 8,200 going once. 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 8,600 going once. 8,600 going twice. 8,600, 239. Yep.
0.5 acres on the description, was it a mistype or typo or?
I think that's a period after the legal description. Yeah. My backup bidder is 321. That's just a period after the range 12 west. Number 3,500. 3,500 has 3 online bids and a half dozen people in the room. This one is 10 acres. My online bidders have got me at $2,600 for this. If you'll give me $3,000 for it, put your card in the air. Let's play the card game again. 3,500, 4,000, 4,500, 5,000, 5,500, 6,000, 6,500, 7,000, 7,500, 8,000, 8,500, 9,000, 9,500, 10,000, 10 and a half, 11, 11 and a half, 12, 12 and a half, 13, 13 and a half, 14,000, 14 and a half, 15,000, 15 and a half, 16, 16 and a half, 17, 17 and a half, 18, 18 and a half. I'm going to start with you at 18,000. If you bought anything for me, this guy's been to like, how many sales you been to this year? Like 6? About 5 or 6. You bought anything yet?
Not yet.
Well, I'm going to get some of your money right about now.
Maybe.
Maybe. I got 18,000 right there. Anybody in the room at 18 and a quarter? 18,000 going once. 18 and a quarter, 18 and a half, 18, 750, and now 19. 19 and a quarter, 19 and a half, 19, 750, $20,000. 20 and a quarter. Anybody in the room at 20 and a quarter? $20,000 going once. Twice. Gotcha. $20,000, 315.
That was my maximum bid.
Even with all the bad jokes, he keeps coming back. $20,000, number 315. One more, and then we'll go back to the beginning of the book. And that's going to be 3541. 3541. Fort Road. Two parcels that are adjacent, so we're going to put them together. It needs work. $2,900 I've already got bid online. I've got an online bidder. I've got 6 people in the room that came here today to bid on this one. $2,900 there. If you'll give me $3,000, put your card up in the air. $3,000, $3,500, $4,000, $4,500, $5,000, $5,500, $6,000, $6,500, $7,000, $7,500. I'm going to start with you at $7,500. Anybody in the room want to give me $7,600? 75 going once. 76 online. 77. All done. I've got $7,600 online. Anybody want to give me $7,700? 76 online going once. Twice. $7,600 online. My backup bidder over here, what was your number? 501. Okay, back to the beginning of the book. I've got a couple of them here toward the beginning that actually do have a bunch of bidders, but we knew we were going to be getting back there to start anyway. So we're going to go back to those. You can't leave yet. You have money left. I can tell he does. I can smell it. I've been picking on him all year. Number 3403, Merrillville Road. We sold one out in this neighborhood a little earlier, right next door in fact. Sold it online. $3,600 is what I need, and I've got it online, and I've got 6 people in the room that said that they would give me that much too. Who wants to give me $4,000 for it? Let's play the card game here again. 4,000 right there. I've only got a couple of them. Let's go 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. $5,000. You want to give me $5,200? How about 54? 56? 55. That's as low as I can go. I'm at $5,400 right there. Anybody in the room at $5,500? 55, 56, 57. How much? 7,500. 76, 77, 78, 79, 8,000, 82, 84, 86, 88, 9,000. 91, 92, 9,100 with you. Anybody in the room at 9,200? 91 going once, twice. 9,100, 570. Backup bidder is 321. Number 3404. Also out in Merrillville Road. Same, nope, different subdivision. Same area though. $1,400 I've already got bid online. I've got 3 people in the room that said they'd give me that much. Who will give me $1,500? I've got $1,500 with the lady right there. Anybody in the room at 16? I've got 15 right there. Anybody in the room at 1,600? 16, 1,700, 18, 19, get to you in a second, 2,000, 21, 22, 22, 23, 24, 2,500, 26, 27, 28, 29, and now $3,000, 31, 32, 33, I've got 32 with you. Anybody in the room at $3,300? Look at all the empty chairs we have now. $3,200 going once, 33, she's back, now 34 and 35, 3,600, 37, 38, 39, I've got 38 over here. 38 going once. 38 going twice. You bought it 3,800, 693. My backup bidder, 294. Number 3405 is circled in my book. I've got 3 bids online for this one already. And somebody in the room wants to bid on 2. 2.5 acres, more or less. I'm already at $2,600 with an online bidder. Anybody in the room want to give me $2,700? I've got 27 right there. 28 online. 2,900, now 3,000. 3,100, now 32. $3,300 in the room. 34 online. 34 with a live bidder, now 35 and 3,600. 37, now 3,800. 39 and now 4,000. 4,100, now 42. 4,300 and 44. 45, now 46. 47, 4,800. 4,900 and now 5,000. 49 in the room, 5,000 online, 5,100, now 52. 5,300, now 54. 5,500, now 56. 55 in the room, going once. 56 and 5,700, now 58. 57 in the room, 58 online, 5,900 and now $6,000. 6,100, now 62. 63, now 64. 6,500, 66. 67, now 68. 6,700, going once, twice. 6,700, 282. Backup bidder is online. Now we get to the part where we're going to skip some pieces. We have some things, usually we have some pages that we get to that have very little on them that people are chasing. Right now, the next 3 pieces are not circled in my book, and here's how we do this. I'm going to read off the number. If anybody here wants these pieces, get your card in the air, or we're going to skip them and not waste our time opening them up. Is anybody here to bid on 3406? 3406, anybody anywhere? 3407. 3408. All right, we are by those officially. Do I have a bidder in the room for 3409? It's circled in my book. We'll skip them if nobody's actually here. 3409. Anybody here for that one? All right. Is anybody here for 3410? What about 3411? All right, 3412. I've got some online bids for. We know it's going to sell, so we'll open it up. 3412. I've got 3 bids online, 3 bidders in the room. This is 5 acres. I've got $3,200 bid online. Anybody in the room want to give me 33? Anybody in the room here for this one at 3,300? Got it there. Anybody in the room at 3,400? I'd rather ride the teeter-totter in the room. 34, now 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 4,000, 42, 44, 46, 48, 5,000, 5,200, 54, 56, 58, 6,000, 62, 63. I've got 62 over here. Anybody in the room at 6,300? 62 going once. 6,200 going twice online. 63 online. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and now 7,000, 7,100, 72, 73, 74, 7,500, 76, now 77, 78, 79, $8,000, 8,100, 82, now 83, 84, 85, 8,600, now 87, 8,800, 89, 8,800 in the room, going once, 89 online, now 9,000 and 9,100, 9,000 going once, twice, 9,321. Backup bidder is online. On the next page, the first 5 in my book are not circled. Let's go through those numbers. If you want them, get your card in the air when you hear the number. 3413, 3414, 3415, 3416, 3417. I've got some bids for 3418. We'll open that one up now. 3418, I've got an online bid at the opening bid of $2,100. Who wants to give me 22? I've got 2,200 there, 23 over there, now 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 3,000. 3,100, now 32. I've got 32 with the lady here. Anybody at 33? 3,200 going once. 33 online. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, $4,000 again with the lady here. Anybody at 41? 4,041, now 42, and 4,300. 4,400, now 45. 46, now 4,700. 48, 4,900. 48? How'd that get twisted around? 2 bids? 2 bidders online, now 5,000. 51. 5,200, 53. 54, now 55. 56, now 57. 56, 57, 5,800, now 59. $6,000, now 6,100. 6,000 in the room. 61 online. 6,200, now 63. 6,400, now 65. 6,600, now 67. 68, now 6,900. $7,000, now 71. 72, now 73. 74, now 7,500. 7,600, now 77. 78, 79. 8,000, now 8,100. 82, now 83. 84, now 85. 84 in the room. Going once. 85, now 86 and 8,700. 86 going once. 87, now 8,800 and 89. 9,000. 9,100. 92, 93. 94, 9,500. 96, 97. 98, 99. $10,000. New bid increment, 10 and a quarter. 10 and a half. 10,750. 11,000. 11 and a quarter. 11 and a half. 11,750. 12,000. 12 and a quarter. 12,000 in the room. Going once. 12 and a quarter. 12 and a half. 12,750. 13,000. 13 and a quarter. 13,000. Going once. Going twice. 13,632. Backup bidder is online. We already sold the next 2. Is anybody in the room to bid on 3421? Let's go down to 3422. Whoops, okay, I got it. Let's go back to 3421. Shout out at me when I call them. 3421. This is about a little bit under 2 acres. I need $1,100 for it. I've got it right there. Anybody in the room want to give me 1,200? 11 going once. Twice. Ooh, 1,200 online. 13. Now 14. 1,500. Now 16. 1,700. Now 18. 1,900. I've got 18 online. Going once. Twice. $1,800 online. My backup bidder number is 278. Now, 3422. I've got a couple of bidders here for this one. Astor Road, vacant land. Don't get too close to the neighbor's place. He doesn't want you there until you own it anyway. Then you can do whatever you want. About a third of an acre. $1,900 is what I need for that. I've got it way in the back. That's probably the neighbor himself. $1,900 in the back of the room. Anybody want to give me $2,000? 19 going once. 19 going twice. 2,000 online. 2,100. Now 22. 21 going once. 22 online. Now 23 and 24. 2,500. Now 26. 25 in the back of the room. 26 online. 2,700. Now 28. 27 going once. Twice. You bought it. 177. $2,700. Backup bidder is online. Number 3423 on Foreman Road. 3 online bidders for this one. Nobody in the room wanted it circled, but let's see if anybody's interested. It's got that custom roof. I've got $2,300 online. It'd make a great place to grow mushrooms. 2,400, 25, now 26, 27, 28, 29, $3,000. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I've got you at 3,500. Anybody in the room want to give me 36? 36, he's back, now 37. Now he says, no way, Jose, I've got you on at 3,600. Anybody in the room at 37? 36 going once. Twice. 37 online. 3,800? I've got $3,700 with a bidder. 38 in the room. Anybody want to give me 39? What about online? 38 in the room going once. Twice. 3,800 right there, 267. Backup bidder is online. Don't forget to get your roofing permit. It covers everything. New bad joke. Anybody in the room here for 3424? It's not circled in my book. We'll skip it if nobody wants it. 3424, anybody? Do I have a bidder in the room for 3425? All right. I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark guess that you might, well, maybe not. 3425. I need $900 for it. I've got it right there. Anybody want to give me $950? $900 going once, twice. It belongs to 769. Yay. Number 3426, I need $900 for. Where's my bidder for that one? 3426. Anybody here for that? It's circled in my book. If you circled it and don't bid, I'm going to call your mom. What about 3427? Do I have a bidder here for that one today? Let's go by that one. The next page, I only have 3 circled on the whole page. We're going to go through them one by one, but the ones that I've got circled right now are 3436, 3438, and 3441. So if you're here for something that's not one of those, pay attention. Is anybody here for 3428? 3429? 3430, 3431, 3432, 3433, 3434, 3435. Is there a bidder here for 3436? It's circled. Let's open that one up. I'm here to take your money. 3436 on M37. We call these dog houses. You know it's coming, don't you? You know why we call them dog houses? Because they're really Oh, they can stop. I need $2,900. You want to give me $2,900 for that? $2,900. Anybody want to give me $3,000? $2,900 going once, twice. You bought it. $2,900. What's the bidder number? Number 195. Lake County thanks you for buying that. Anybody here for 3437? 3437. Anybody anywhere? What about 3438? Over there he is. Let's get it before he changes his mind. 3438. I need $950 for it. I've got it right there. Anybody want to give me a $1,000 bill? $950 going once, twice. $759 is the buyer. Anybody here for 3439? What about 3440? Do I have a bidder here for 3441? Right down here. Let's open that up. 3441. $1,100 I've got bid right down front. Anybody want to give me $1,200? I've got 11 over here going once. 11 going twice. $1,100. 3, 2, 1. $3442. Anybody here for that one? What about 3443? On the next page, I have 3 circled on that whole page as well. We'll be out of here in time for a late lunch if this keeps up. The 3 that I have circled are 3454, 3458, 3459. We'll go through the ones before that. If you're interested in them, get your card in the air. 3444, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. I do have online bids for 3454, so we know we're going to open that one up and sell it. So let's go right there. I've got people in the room interested in it as well. 3454. You can buy this one. Send your kids over to mow the lawn and tell the neighbors that you sent your kids to Harvard. $1,300 for that beauty right there. Anybody in the room want to give me $1,400? 14 right there. Anybody in the room at $1,500? 15, 16. I've got 15 with you. Anybody at 16? I've got it online. 17, 18, 19. I've got $1,800 with an online bidder. 18 going once. 19 online. 2,000 right there. 2,000 now 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 2,600. Now I need 27. Anybody online? 27 with a live bidder. Now 28, 29. 29 now 3,000. $3,100. 3,000 in the room. 31 online. 3,200 now 33. 3,400 now 35. 3,600 now 37. 3,800 now 39. 3,800 going once, twice. 39 and now 4,000. 4,000 now 4,100. 4,000 going once, twice. 41 now 4,200. Now 43. 42 going once, twice. 4,200, 739. Backup bidder is online. Anybody in the room for 3455? 3456. 3457. I've got both online and in the room bids for $34.58. So let's go. $34.58 is on Nugent Crest Drive. $34.58. I've already got $750 bid online. It says I've got 5 people here that are interested in this piece. How many do I have? I got 3 right there. Let's do that little card game again. 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 13, 14, 1,500, 16, 1,700, 18, 1,900, $2,000. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20. I've got you starting me at $2,500. Anybody in the room want to give me 26? 25 going once, twice, 26 online. Now 27 and 2,800. 27 going once, twice, 2,700. Is that 881? 2,700, 881. My backup bidder is online. $34.59. I've got an online bid for it. We'll open it up. We know we're going to sell it. We'll see if anybody in the room wants to bid on it too. $700 for $34.59. Anybody want to give me $750? $700 online. Going once. I got them in the back. $750 now. 8. Want to give me $800? I've got $750 with the lady. $800 online. $850 right there. Anybody want to give me $900? $850 in the room. Going once. 9 online. $950 and now $1,000. $950 going once. $1,000 online. $1,100 and now $12. $1,100 once. Twice. It's yours. 1,100, is that 230? Is that your bidder number? 1,100, number 230. Backup bidder is online. On the next page, that we have not already sold, I've got 2 circled. And they are $34.61 and $34.63. We've already sold 62 and 65. Is anybody here to bid on $34.60? It says that I have a bidder for $34.61. Way in the back, I've got a couple of them. They're sitting at the same table. They're going to bid against each other. This could be interesting. I need $600 for it. 6 right there. You want to give me 6.5? Now 7.5, 8.5, 9.5. $1,000. I've got $1,000 right there with his arm in the air. Anybody want to give me 1,100? $1,000 going once, twice. $1,000, $694. My backup bidder. What's the other number back there? Backup bidder is $494. We already sold 62. Do I have a bidder in the room for $34.63? There he is. $34.63. I need $600 for it. I've got it right there. Anybody in the room want to give me $650? $600 going once. 6.5 online. Now 7. 7.5. $700 going once. 7.5. Now 8. 8.5. Now 9. 9.5. And $1,000 bill. $950 online. Anybody in the room at $1,000? $950 going once. $950 going twice. $950 online. My backup bidder. What's that number over there? Backup bidder is $274. Sure got quiet in here. Anybody in the room to bid on 3464? We already sold 3465. Anybody here for 66? 67? 68? 69? 70? 71? 72? 73? 74? Right there, 3474. Let's open that one up. $34.74. $1,400 I need. I've got it right there. If anybody want to give me $1,500, I've got 15 over there. Now 16, 1,700. Now 18, 1,900. I've got 19. Now 2,000. I've got 1,900 with you and $2,000. 1,900 going once. 1,900. What's the bidder number? 1,900. 195. My backup bidder is 278. Anybody in the room for 3475? Then let's flip that page over, keep on going. On the next page, I have 4 circled in my book. They are number 81, 83, 84, and 89. Is anybody here for 3476? 77? 79, 80. Is there a bidder here for 3481? It's circled in my book. He wants it. Let's sell it to him. 3481. I need $1,000 bill. I've got it right there. Anybody want to give me 1,100? 1,000 going once, twice. It's yours. 641. Uh-oh.
But he's still sitting over there.
Yeah, 3474. You want it for 1,800? Bidder 278. You want that one for the one 3474? You don't. I think it was just the two of you bidding, wasn't it? What about 1,400? Because he's done. He's out. He goofed up. Okay, 3474. $1,400. Bid on the wrong piece. Winner is 278. No backup bidder. Okay, now where I'm at. Anybody in the room for 3482? 3482. Do I have a bidder here for 3483? It's circled, right? He's been patiently waiting for that piece saying, I wish he'd hurry up. 3483, $850 I've got right there. Who wants to give me 900? 850 going once, twice. You bought it, 637.
Good job.
Number 3484. I've got the opening bid already online. 3484, $1,100 I've got online. Anybody in the room want to give me 1,200 for it? 11 going once. 1,200 online with a live bidder. That could be the end of it. Anybody want to give me 13? $1,200 going once. Now we've got 2 live bidders online. The guy that put in the advance bid is also watching and bidding live. And now we've got 3 online bidders. I guess this is the one that has all the money buried on it in a chest. $2,000, and they're still going. Is it on the lake? Only in your mind. Not as far as I know. $2,200 is where it's at. Anybody in the room at 23? 22 going once. They're not done yet. It's at $2,500 and still going. $3,000 and still ticking along. $3,200 and they're still going. $3,400. I'm at $3,500 online. Anybody in the room want to give me $3,600? 35 going once, twice. Sold it online, $3,500. Backup bidder is also online. Anybody here for $3,485? 86, 87, 88. Do I have a bidder in the room for $3,489? It's circled. He's right there. Let's open it up. $3,489. $1,200 is what I'm after on that one. I've got it right there. Anybody want to give me $1,300? $1,200 going once, twice. 234 is the winner of that one. On the next page, I have 2 circled that have not already been sold. They're number 96 and number 97. Let's go through the list before that. Is anybody here for $3,490? 91. 93. We already sold $3,494. Is anybody here for $3,495? I have a circle around $3,496. Do I have a bidder here? He's right there. $3,496. $900 for the one in Thompson Terrace number 2. I've got $900 there. Anybody in the room at $950? $900 going once, twice. Number 612 buys that one. Number 3497 is next. I've got online bids for this one, so we'll open it up. South Nelson Road, 3497. I've already got $2,500 with an online bidder. Anybody in the room want to give me 26? 26 right there. Now I need 27. What about online? 26, 27, now 2,800. 29. 28 going once, twice. You bought it. She's happy about it. 2,800. Is that 748? Is that the bidder number? 2,800, 748. Backup bidder is online. Anybody here for $3,499? We already sold $3,500. What about 01, 02, 03, 02, 3502. Gleason's Edition. $1,000 bill. I've got it right there. Anybody want to give me $1,100? 1,000 going once. Twice. 11. Now 12. 1,300. 1,400. Now 15. 14 going once. 14 going twice. 15 online. 1,600. Now 17. 16 going once. Twice. Ooh, really close. 17, 18, 1,900, now 2,000. 1,900 over here. 19 going once. Twice. 1,900. What's the bidder number? 1,900, 239. My backup bidder is, what's the backup bidder number? 221, 221. Anybody here for 3503, 04, 05, 06? On the next page, I have 4 that are circled that are not already sold. It's the last 3 and number 3508. Is anybody here for 3507? On number 3508, I've got a couple of online bidders and some in the room too. 3508, I'm already at $2,600. And they're going to go higher. Who wants to give me $2,700 for it in the room? I've got it back there. 28. You want to give me 3,000? How about 3,200? 34? 36. 38. 4,000. 42, 44, 46, 48, 5,000. You want to give me 5,500? What about 6,000? 5,500. You want to give me 6,000? You want to give me 6? I got 5,500 back there with you. I've got a bid online. I know where it's going already. 56. You want to give me 6,000? 57. 57, 58, 59. I've got $5,800 online. 58 going once. 58 going twice. 59. 6,000. 61. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 7,000. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78, 79, 8,000, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 9,000, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 10,000, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 10, 750. If you keep bidding, you will win. I guarantee it. I'm at 10 and a half with an online bidder. Anybody in the room at 10,750? 10 and a half going once. 10 and a half going twice. Sold it online for 10 and a half. My backup bidder in the back row. What's the backup bidder number? Backup bidder is 819. They were willing to go to 15 grand on that, just so you know.
What were they going to do with it?
Is anybody here for 3509? 3510? 3512? I don't know where 11 went. I think the aliens took it. We already sold 3513. I got a bunch of them here in a row that are not circled. Is anybody here for 3514? 3515? 16? 17? 18? 19, 20, 16, she says 5 minutes afterward. Let's go back to that one. 35, 16. We've got $850 already online. You want to give me $900? 900? 9 right there. 9.5. $1,000. 9.5 with you. Anybody in the room at 1,000? What about online? 9.5 going once.
Got it.
$1,000 online. 1,100? She's going to keep looking. I got $1,000 online. Going once. Twice. $1,000 online. My backup bidder number is 870. $17, $35.18, $19, $20, $21. Is somebody still here for $35.22? It's circled in my book, $35.22. What about $35.23? Right there, let's open that one up. $35.23. I need $850 for it. I've got it right there. Anybody in the room want to give me $900? 9 online. 9.5. Now $1,000. 1,100. 11. Now 12. 13. $1,200 online. Going once. Twice. $1,200 online. My backup bidder is 870. Do I have a bidder here for $35.24? Couple of them. $35.24. $550. I've got it there. 6, 6.5. 7, 7.5, now 8, 8.5. I've got $800 back there with you. Anybody at $850? 8.5, now 9, 9.5. $1,000, 1,100, 1,100, either one of you. I got $1,000 right there. Going once, twice. $1,000, 438. I'll make the backup bidder number 870. On the next page, starting to run out here, kids. $35.26, I've got an online bid for it, and somebody here in the room wants it too. $35.26, I've already got $900 bid online. Frozen? There it is. Who wants to give me $950? $950 way in the back. Now I need $1,000. Anybody in the room at 1,000? What about online? $950 back there, 1,000 here. Now 1,100. You gonna give me 11? Up front, $1,000 going once, twice. $1,100 online. What about 12? $1,100 online going once, twice. 1,100 online. Backup bidder is 870. That was showing as a 4 bid. You don't have to click it a second time. I think that was actually just the minimum bid. I'll put it with no backup. I think he clicked the button extra. We already sold $35.28. $35.29. I have the opening online. It's $1,200. We've got $1,200 online. Anybody want to give me $1,300? Anybody in the room at $1,300? $1,200 online going once, twice. Got it online. Is he punching the wrong button? Oh, so that last one actually was 900. Just push the wrong button. So 3527 did have a backup bid. There was 900 sold. Okay, 3529. We are at $1,400. Anybody in there want to give me 15? 14 going. You got it. Keep on going then. 15 online. 3 online bidders on this one. At least 2 of them still active. 1,600. Anybody in there want to give me 17? 16 going once. Twice. Sold it online, $1,600. The backup bidder is also online. Is anybody here for 3530? 3531? 3532? 3533? 3534? I've got an online bid and a bidder apparently in the room for 3535. It is $800. I've already got it bid online. Anybody want to give me 850? 850 right there. Anybody in the room at 900? 850, 900 online, 950, and now 1,000. 1,100, and now 12. 1,300. I've got $1,200 bid online. Anybody at 13? 12 going once, twice. $1,200 online. My backup bidder is number, what's the backup bidder number? 251. Anybody here for 3436? I've got an online bid, 3437. We'll open that one up. I've already got 950 bid online. Anybody in the room at $1,000? Anybody anywhere? I got 1,000 with you. Anybody at 1,100? 1,000 in the room. Going once, twice. That's yours. $1,000, 172. Backup bid is online. Anybody in the room for the last 3? 3538, 3539, 3540. We already sold 35. They're not done yet. Anything we didn't sell the first time through the book, we will open back up at the minimum bid when we're done if you want them. We will take your money today. $900. Anybody want to give me 950? 900 going once, twice. $900 online. Backup bidder is also online. That's on number 3540. I don't want to start opening stuff up that just has online bidders. It just has sales. We already sold 3541. Is anybody here for 43? 44. 45. 46. It looks like we have multiple bidders for 3547. So we'll open that one up. It's on New Orleans. I think this one has appliances. A refrigerator in the front yard and a couple of stoves out back. $35.47. I need $1,500 for this one. I've got it in the back. Anybody want to give me 16, 17, 18, 19, and 2,000? You want to give me 2,200? How about 24, 26, 28, 3,000, 32, 34, 36, 38, 4,000, 41. I've got 4,000 with you. You want on the teeter-totter at 4,100? You should have something like that in your real estate portfolio. You really should. I've got $4,000 right there going once. 41 online. 42, 42, 43, 44, 45, 4,600. I've got $4,500 online. Anybody want to give me 4,600? 45 going once, twice, 4,500 online. My backup bidder is 174. $35.48. Do I have a bidder in the room for 48? I do right there. $35.48, $800. Anybody in the room want to give me $850? What about online? I've got $800 right there going once, twice. We've got it online. 8.5, now 9, 9.5. $900 going once, $950 online. Now $1,000 and $1,100. $1,000 going once, twice. $1,000. What's the bidder number? 132. Backup bidder is online. $35.49. Idlewild Heights. Do I have a bidder in the room for that one? Right there they are. They've been waiting patiently for it. I need $950. I've got it right there. Anybody want to give me a $1,000 bill for number 3549? $950 going once, twice. It's all yours. $498. $35.50. I have a bid for online. $850. And on that page are circled in my book. Let's go down them. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Next page, we already sold 57. I've got 3 on or 4 on that page, maybe 5 that are circled. Let's go down the list. 35, 58, 59, 61, 62. We're going to open up 3563. We've got bids online and in the room for 3563. 3563 on Rockford. It needs a little help. $2,900. Look at that. I'm at $3,700, $3,800 already online. Who wants to give me $4,500 for that one? I've got it there. You want to give me $5,000? What about $5,500? 51. I've got $5,000 with you already. Who wants to give me $5,100? I've got you at 5. 51, $5,100. Now 52. $5,100 in line. Anybody in the room at 5,200? 52, 53, 53, 54, 55, 55, now 56, 57, 58, 59, 6,000, 61, 62, 62, 63, 64. Come on, money bags, I know you got it. 63 right there going once. 64 online, 6,500, now 66. 67, 68. 67 going once, 68 online, 6,900, 6,800 online. Anybody want to give me 69? 68 going once, twice, 6,900, now 7,000. 6,900 going once, twice. That one's yours. $6,900. What's the bidder number? 6,900, 732. Backup bidder is online. Number 3564 on Austin. I've got an online bid to open this one up at the minimum of $3,600, and they're going to go a little higher. Who wants to give me 37? All over the room. Let's play that card game one more time. Who wants to give me $4,000 for it? $4,500. I'm going to start with you in the back at $4,000. Who wants to give me $4,100? $41, $42, $43, $44, $45, $46, $47, $48, $49, $5,000, $51, $52, $53, $54, $55, $56, $57, $58, $59, $6,000, $61, $62, $63, $63. I've got you one in the back of the room at $6,200. Going once, twice, $6,200, $599. My backup bidder over here, 1, 2. What about, do I have a bidder here for $35.65? $35.65. It's circled in my book. I guess they're gone. What about $35.66? $35.67 is circled in my book. She's waiting right there. $35.67. $500. I've got with the lady right there. 5.5. Now 6. Now 7. 700. I've got 650 right here. 650 going once. 7. Now 750 and 800. 750 going once. 8 online. 8.5. Now 9. 8.5 going once. Twice. 8.5. Number 239. Backup bidder is online. Anybody here for $35.68? $35.69. Which one? $35.69. I've got $800 for it right there. And you want to give me $850? $850. Now 9. $950. Now $1,000. $1,100. Now 12. $1,200. I've got 11 online. 11 going once. Twice. 1,100 online. The backup bidder is $239. Lake County is very happy about that purchase as well. Didn't expect that one. Anybody here for $35.72? We've got 2 more left, and there are circles on both of them. $35.73 in Luther. I need $2,200 for it. I'm going to take it there. $2,200. What about 23? 23, now 2,400, now 25. 24 in the room, 25 online, now 2,600. $2,500 with an online bidder. Seems to be frozen. 20, there they kind of are. 26, 2 bidders online on this one. It seems to be frozen or something. I'll let you tell me where we're at because I have no clue. 27 online. Anybody want to give me 2,800? There it is. 27 going once. They're not done yet. Ain't that a beauty? $2,900 online. Anybody want to give us 3,000? 2,900 going once. Twice. Sold that one online at $2,900. Backup bidder is also online. Last one in the book. 4 bidders and an online bid. 3 Mile Road, Luther. It's a hunting shack. Cabin out in the woods. $3,800 is the Minimum bid, I am already at 48, 49, 5,000 online. Who wants to give me 5,500 for it? I got 55 right there. Anybody in the room want to give me 6,000? 6,000. How about 6,500? What about 7,000? 75, 8,000, 85, 9,000, 95, 10 and a half, 11, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, 18 and a half, 19 and a half, 20,000, 20 and a quarter, 20 and a half, 20,750, 21 and a quarter, 21 and a half, 21,750, 22 and a quarter, 22 and a half, 22,750, 23,000, 23 and a quarter, 23 and a half, 23,750, and now 24. What about 24.5? 25,000, 25 and a quarter. You're all done at 25, aren't you? I got you on at 25 because you got there first. Anybody want to give me 25,250? Anybody anywhere? 25,000 going once, twice. 25,1066. My backup bidder. What's your number? Backup bidder? Joe. Joe. What's his number that just left?
344.
Thank you. 344. Here's what we're going to do. If there's anything in that book that we did not sell, if you'll give us the minimum bid for it and you want us to open it back up, come up and see us in the next 8 minutes. At 3:30, we're going to open up. At 2:30, we're going to open up whatever has not been sold that you want. We're going to talk to the people online as well, buy anything that they want us to open back up. So between now and 3:30, come up and give me those numbers. Thanks. Get it back up. Yep. That's an online. It may take us a few days, but we don't get that many that fall apart. People that are buying this stuff usually know what they want. There is, right around the corner. There you go. Okay. 35 to 65. You don't know if it's sold. It did not sell. We'll open it back up. Oh, got here late. Excuse me, I'm assuming we'll open it back up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You got it.
In 8 minutes.
I can give them all a big raise.
They don't count.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. No, I know.
Are you like Jen right now?
No, I'm just saying.
What you got? We're probably going to sell about 10 more.
We used to have 15 women in it.